late. Won't have missed anything. Rebecca, do you have any experience teaching young learners?
No, never.
Never. Okay. But you're interested, right?
Yes.
What age group are you interested in teaching?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
Uh-huh. And welcome, Christina.
Hello, good morning.
Now, Christina, do you have any experience or interest in teaching young learners?
Well, I thought once to children of from maybe 8 to 10 years.
8 to 10 years. Okay.
Yes.
So you have some experience.
Yes, a little bit.
Hmm. Good. Well, my experience is that I was a young learners teacher in South Korea and also in Mexico when I worked for the British Council, where I was also the coordinator of the young learners courses. So today we're going to be looking at these three areas: management, classroom management, routines, solving problems. That's going to take us for the first hour and a half. The second hour and a half, we'll be looking at teaching mixed ability classes and learning preferences. And to finalize, it might be a bit shorter, setting up activities, how the best way to set up activities in the classroom, both online and face-to-face. So let's begin by looking at the calendar, just to give you an idea of what the course looks like. There we go. So the course runs from now until November the 30th. And the other tutors are going to be Siona and Vicky. Don't think you know Siona, obviously, from Colombia, but Vicky, perhaps you don't know her. She'll be helping out next week. Our teaching practice begins on November the 9th. Prior to that, I'll give a demonstration on November the 2nd. It would be good if you could invite any young learners you know to participate. The teaching practices will be running from 9 till 11:40. Send this to you in case you are not sure about the calendar. Any questions?
I have no questions.
No. Here comes Rose. I'll just wait for her to come in. Welcome, Rosa. Glad you could join us. You haven't missed very much. We're just getting started. We've just been looking at the calendar. And we're starting today with classroom management, looking at routines and solving problems. That will run for about an hour and a half. Then we'll have a break. We'll look at mixed ability classes and learning preferences. after the break. And for the third session, we'll be looking at setting up activities. All right. Now, we'll be doing tasks from the TKT Young Learner exam. That's a separate module from the 3 modules that you prepare for on the IHC course. There are some differences, and I'll highlight any differences as we encounter them. So the Young Learner TKT, let me just give you explanation here. There we go. The Young Learner TKT is focused on children from 6 to 12 years. It's assumed that anyone over 12 years is, well, a young adult, and the main TKT exams, module 1, 2, and 3, can deal with issues with young adults and teenagers, but this is on this TKT, on this Young Learner course, we'll be looking at issues to do with children from 6 to 12 years. So the main thing is that children at this age are developing physically and emotionally as well as cognitively. So obviously classroom management is different to managing older students and adults. This session focuses on areas of managing young learners in class, such as getting and keeping their attention and establishing routines and responsible behavior. Welcome, Tadeo.
Hi, sorry I'm late.
It's okay. You haven't missed very much so far, and I'm recording the session so you can go back and see what we did earlier.
Thanks.
So aspects of managing young learners in class. So I'd like you to think of some areas of managing young learners. Now, obviously, one of them is getting their attention. So when you're telling them something, everyone's focused on you. Can you, into the chat, write what you think might be some problems that teachers might have with managing young learners in class? Can you please put them into the chat? Any ideas that come to your mind, just write them in the chat. Okay, understanding each other without using their FL, first language, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be a strong issue, right? So as a result, they want to use the first language a lot. Yeah, that makes sense. Distraction, yes. So it's like maintaining their attention. It's going to be an issue. Any others? Yeah, a motivation, Christina says. Maybe some are not interested in English class. Quite right. Right, they want to play and not actually study. That's quite likely, isn't it? Any particular types of behavior, Jamie? That you can think of that might be an issue? Okay, so we're actually going to concentrate on these six, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas. Yeah. So yeah, these are good ideas. Some teachers are not trained for young students exactly, and they may need more visuals and games to understand the topic. Right, so I think you can fit most of those ideas into these 6 headings. You see the 6 on the board. Christina, could you read out the 6 areas that we're going to focus on?
Yes, I'm sorry for my dog.
That's all
I
right.
hope it doesn't matter. Okay, getting children's attention, keeping their attention, giving children practical responsibilities, managing individual, peer, group, and whole class work, establishing routines to develop responsible behavior and help children feel safe, using correction strategies.
Right, so those are the 6 areas we're going to focus on. And I'm going to give you like a Jamboard. I know Jamboard no longer exists, but I've transferred it to an app called Figma, and we're going to be using that. And you're going to match each of these 6 with an example of an instruction or a routine that a teacher gives. Okay, so let me show you the Figma board. There we go. So Group A is going to be Christina, Jamie, and Rebecca. You're going to work in a breakout room, and I'd like you to match the function with an example. So getting children's attention by stirring the class. So you've got to find one of these orange stickies to match with it. Yeah. So getting children's attention by stirring the class. So that could be, the teacher says, everyone stand and come to the front of the class. Come here and make a circle. Are you ready? Let's sing. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Right? So that would be getting their attention by stirring. Stirring, what does that mean?
Making them engage, activating.
Yes, activating, getting them to move physically. What is the opposite of stirring? Anyone? Tell us what the opposite of stirring is.
Could it be like calming?
Calming, or how about settling? With two T's, settling. Settling activity is the opposite, yeah? All right, so I'll give you about 8 minutes to match an aspect of their managing learners to an example of the technique. Okay. All right. I'll put the, still not quite used to this new Figma thing. So used to Jamboard that I'm not terribly accustomed to this. There we go. So please click on that link and find your board. Yeah. Group A, Christina, and then Rosa and Tadeo. You are B. Can you confirm that you have joined? Give me the thumbs up. Welcome, Lucy. Okay, here comes Lucy. Thank you, Tadeo. All right, so I'm going to put you into breakout rooms. I'd like one of you to screen share, if possible. And it would be a good idea if also those that are able to can switch on their cameras, because it'll make the interaction a bit more human than if we can see each other's faces. Yeah, this is going to be an important part of managing young learners online, is that we have our cameras switched on if possible. Yeah, can you switch on your video cameras? I know some of you can't because of Wi-Fi issues, but if you can, it's a great advantage. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Lucy. Please switch them on if you can. And I'll go to breakout rooms and you can do this matching activity. Christina, can you go to the breakout room? All right, so Lucy, Rosa, and Tad did it a lot faster than the other group. But don't worry. I'm going to share with you the answers now, so you can do the matching yourselves. Coming into the chat is the answer key. There you go. It's a quick answer check. So an example of keeping children's attention would be, everyone, look at me, please. Now watch very carefully. Watch my mouth. See how I say the words in English. Giving children practical responsibilities. I want Aziz to give out these worksheets, and Hamid, please write the date on the board. Checking understanding. Can I have a volunteer to repeat the instructions for this activity? First, you colour the puppet. Then, okay, Myra, can you continue? Establishing routines, such as signalling change. Okay, 10 seconds to finish off and put pens away. 9, 8, 7. Let's see who's finished. Good. Pow and Javi. 6, 5, 4. Books and pencils tidy, please. 3, 2, and 1. Well done, everyone. Correction strategies. Teacher matches her fingers to the words of a sentence to show where the mistake is and focus learners' attention while she corrects speaking. Getting children's attention by stirring the class. Okay, well, we've done that one. Helping children feel safe by organizing the classroom. Okay, everyone, let's keep the classroom tidy. Please hang your coats on the hooks and put your bags under the table. Managing the whole class, such as settling children after an activity. Let's sit down on the floor in a circle. Don't touch anyone. Just cross your legs and relax and rest. That's very quiet. Well done. Correction strategies. Correcting children's written work. Use a little smiley face to show good written work and write clear corrections for target language. Oops. Managing individual work by challenging fast finishers. Right, these are kids that finish faster than everyone else. So have you finished, Adriana? Good girl. Now can you help Maria to finish her work, please? Yeah, clear enough?
Yep.
Now, I'd like you to write examples of what you would, if you're a teacher, what you say, or what you would do if you were a teacher. For these examples, so getting children's attention. Stand still in silence for 15 seconds. Maybe it's to make the class settle down. To keep their attention. To give children practical responsibilities. To manage individual, pair, group, and whole classwork. To establish routines to develop responsible behavior and help children feel safe, and using correction strategies. So we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to think of at least 6. So think of verbal and non-verbal examples. So it's not just what you would say, yeah, but also actually doing something, changing the tone of your voice, using music, as Tadeo says. Yeah. Or even drawing something. So I'd like you to put your ideas, please, actually on, not in the chat, but in the same place, the Figma. So I'm going to put you into the breakout rooms again. And I'll give you another about 12 minutes, okay, to think about this. And write some examples on sticky notes. So how do you do the sticky notes? Let's show you. Maybe you're not sure of how to do them. So first we zoom in, and you can use this tool down at the bottom where it says square. Oh no, no. These are the sticky notes here, yes. You put them in there. You can change the color. Okay. So I'd like at least 6, please. Let's change them to a nice distinct color like blue. Okay. And you can duplicate them just by clicking and copying. Okay. So I'll put the task into the chat again. So write examples of what you would say or do in class to get their attention, to keep their attention. Okay. Put 6 sticky notes on here for Tad and Rosa. You can write directly on them. 6 there. There you go. All right. I'll open the breakout rooms and let you work. Please, one of you share the screen. It makes it a lot easier to work together. Let's begin. Could one of you kindly share your screen? Tad, I think you're the best at this. Could
Yes.
you do that? Thank you.
There it is. Awesome. Mm-hmm.
Good job. So please focus on those areas that I put into the chat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So getting children's attention, keeping their attention, giving them responsibilities, managing individual, pair, group, and whole classwork, establishing routines, and using correction strategies.
Awesome. Oh, for the second to last, it could be. Mm, mhm. Okay.
Ah, you know what? I think maybe I didn't open the breakout rooms. I'm terribly sorry. That's probably why you're confused. Now, we're going to take turns in reading examples of what you say or do in class to illustrate some of the classroom management areas. And the rest of the group, so the other group, you listen and identify the aspect of managing young learners in class. So let's begin with Tad and Rosa's group, Tad, Rosa, and Lucy. Tadeo, could you read one of your
Sure.
examples, please?
Yeah.
And but don't tell us what it is, which of the 6, yeah? Just give the example, and the other group has to guess.
Awesome. Okay. Do movement exercises, modulating voice tone, or singing?
Okay, so Christina, Jamie, and Rebecca, can you guess which of these 6 that is?
Can you please repeat?
Of course. Do movement exercises, modulating voice tone, and singing?
To keep their attention?
That's right.
Excellent. Well done. So Christina, Jamie, and Rebecca, can you read out one of your examples, please?
Yes.
And Rosa, Tad, and Lucy have to guess.
Yes. Okay. Give points for completing challenges so students feel a sense of accomplishment. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry.
Could you repeat, please?
Yes. Give points for completing challenges so students feel a sense of accomplishment.
Awesome. Could that be like to manage individual, per group, and whole class work?
Yes.
Yay, awesome.
Right. How about Rosa or Lucy? Could you read out one of them now, please?
Yes. Okay. Asking children to prepare their bags and organize their workstation after class.
Could it be to establish routines to develop responsible behavior?
And
Yes.
or to give children practical responsibilities could be too.
Yes, can be both, but we write for the established routines to develop responsible behavior and help children.
Okay. Let's go back to Christina, Jamie, and Rebecca. Give us an example.
Maybe to join, ask the students to join in little groups to work with some topic.
So what would that be, Rosa, Tad, and Lucy?
To manage individual, pair, groups, and whole class work.
Good. Lucy, can you give us one of your examples? Are you having problems with the tag? His audio, your audio is not working. So Tad or Rosa, could you read out another one, please?
Sure. Engaging the students to check if anyone knows the correct answer before making the correction myself.
That's error correction. To using correction strategies.
Good.
That's correct.
Okay, one more each. Christina, Jamie, and Rebecca.
Okay, assign roles for a group project, like the researcher, the organizer, or the presenter, so they collaborate.
Could that be to that could either be for practical responsibilities or to manage individual pair and whole class group, right?
Yes, the last one, the establish, yes, that.
Awesome.
And finally, Tad, Lucy, and Rosa, one more.
Mm, okay. Keeping a timer, asking students to only talk about the topic and write their ideas on paper for evidence, raising their hands for participation.
Practical responsibilities.
We write for manage individual, pair, group, and whole class.
Okay. Good. So these are pretty essential, aren't they, for classroom management, these 6. But it's actually quite difficult, I think, to make generalizations about classroom management with young learners because it's dependent on many things, such as teaching style, the school expectations, the role and use of the first language in the classroom, and cultural norms. So teachers develop their own management techniques depending on the combination of these factors and personal preferences, yeah? But generally, if you think about those 6, it's going to help you in most situations. Now, there is a TKT, a Young Learners exam. Not that many people do it, but I'm using the material from it to give you some practice or help you with the general TKT as well. So here are some comments teacher says, and you've got to match them with the areas of managing the class to support children's language learning, A to D. You need to use some of the options more than once. Okay, so I'll give you about 5 minutes to do this. Answers in the chat at the end of the 5 minutes, please. I'll set the clock now. Sorry. Sorry. There we go. Timer. 1 minute left. If you're ready, you can put your answers into the chat. Thank you, Tadeo. Thirty seconds. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. Most of you got the correct answers. So it's 1 is C, correcting language. 2 is A, getting their attention. 3 is B. Yeah, that's checking understanding. They're using sometimes when we're checking understanding of frequency adverbs, we put them on a cline or like a spectrum. That's a good way of checking the understanding of the adverbs. Number 4 is D, establishing routines. Yeah, getting people to put their hands up. It's like a routine, isn't it? 5 is getting their attention. 6, it's to do with checking, understanding. Yeah, we don't need a scarf on a sunny day. And 15 chocolates, not 50. Yes, it's correcting language. Good. So how can we prepare for classroom management? Well, you can try a strategy from today's session during lesson preparation. You could review and reflect on the effectiveness of your chosen techniques after a lesson. Before we go to break, I think we need to look at some common problems. So I'm going to ask you to work in the same groups as before. This time, write some solutions to these problems with young learners in the classroom. So that's what CR means, classroom. So your 9-year-old student is desperate to go to the toilet in the middle of the lesson. Typical. Got 2 smart students who finish exercises just as the others are getting their pencils out. You've got a couple of students who can't keep still for more than 10 seconds and keep leaving their seats in order to come up and ask or show you things. 3 of the children in the class are very keen and like to do all the talking. What does keen mean? Like enthusiastic, right? If you're very enthusiastic, you're keen. And some of the children in your group consistently refuse to cooperate, speak English, or pay attention. So, gonna ask Christina, Jamie, and Rebecca to work on this Google Doc. Coming into the chat now. And group B can be Lucy Tad, Lucy, Rosa, and Tad again. Please click on and confirm that you have the right one. Okay, I'll give you 10 minutes in the breakout rooms to think of some solutions to deal with those problems. All right. It's easier to write on than the Figma board. Yeah. Let's do it. Okay, some nice solutions from all of you. Before we go for break, I'd just like to ask Christina, Jamie, and Rebecca, just talk us through your solutions to these problems. Maybe one of you could start with number one. Your 9-year-old student's desperate to go to the toilet in the middle of the lesson.
Well, we write that we can try to keep him calm, tell him that he can wait a minute, and maybe let him go.
Yeah. That sounds good. What about number two?
Okay, you've got two smart students who finish exercises just as the others are getting their pencils out. And we try to handle some activities for those who finish first, maybe some coloring or drawing so they don't distract the rest of the class.
Yeah. How about three? Couple of students can't keep still for more than 10 seconds, keep leaving their seats.
Try with an activity in which they can move their body, maybe a dance or teach them a song or something like that.
How about four?
Okay, number four. Three of the children in the class are very keen and like to do all the talking. The solution could be let them to the reading part so they feel they are participating more, and set a timer for each student to give their answers.
Okay.
Why set a timer? Why would that be important?
So they can all have their time to answer.
Okay, like what, like 2 minutes each?
Yeah, something like that. Like they can all have the opportunity, the same time of opportunity to give answers. Yes.
All right, and then the last one. Some of the
Okay.
children in your group consistently refuse to cooperate, speak English, or pay attention.
Yes, we implement some group work so all can participate, or structure a system where students take turns sharing their answers.
Okay. Interesting. Right, now, I've got some suggested answers to all of this, but I'm not going to show it to you yet. We're going to look at them towards the end of the session, yeah? See if you've changed your mind at the end. Let's ask Rosa and Tad, please. Talk us through your solutions.
Okay. So for the first one, your 9-year-old student is desperate to go to the toilet in the middle of the lesson. Well, first we need to check if it's a real emergency or if they just want to cut class. And if it's not a real emergency, you can just tell them, well, if you finish your classwork, you can go. And that way they will forget before they finish. And if it is a real emergency, just open the door and let them run.
Yeah, squeeze their body to see if they want.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
See how hard they are sweating.
Okay, all right. Next one, Rosa.
Yes. You've got two smart students who finish exercise just as the others are getting their pencils out. We ask them to help grading, ask them their opinion on the lesson and check for their understanding, giving them alternative of other exercise, and to keep the work flow going.
Yeah, that's sensible. I like the give them some grading to do, yeah. I
Yeah,
like that
that's a
idea.
classical ADHD solution.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the third one, you've got a couple of students who can't keep still for more than 10 seconds and keep leaving their seats in order to come up and ask you or show you things. And we said setting them a timer to finish the work. After that,
Yeah.
asking them to help with classroom chores like picking up books and keeping mandalas in the classroom to help them relax without distracting the other students.
How does the mandalas work?
The mandalas are like a complicated printed pattern, and you have to color it like in a very
Yeah.
specific way.
Yeah.
So you have to really focus.
Yeah.
And that actually could have helped me a lot in that time, because what I usually did was just take out toys and distract my classmates.
Yeah. Did you have ADHD?
Yeah, I still have
Yeah.
it diagnosed and medicated,
Okay.
but I'm still very energetic.
Remind me of my son. Okay, on to number 4.
Three of the children in the class are very keen and like to do all the talking. We put asking them to complete other students' answers if they are too short. And then they need to be calm before telling that they have like another answer or they can complete.
Yeah. Another strategy that could work though is to give them a task like taking notes on the discussion. Yeah. So if they're doing a group work discussion, you could get them to the very talkative ones to take the notes to give the other ones a chance to talk. And how about number 5?
Yeah. Some of the children in your group consistently refuse to cooperate, speak English, or pay attention. And our solution is to find a topic they find engaging to spark a passion for the language. It could be
So
video
yeah,
games, music.
yeah. Find a topic that's inherently interesting or motivating for them.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, we'll look at some suggested answers to those problems towards the end of the session, just to keep you hooked. But after the break, we will do the part on mixed ability classes and learning preferences. So see you in 15 minutes. We're taking a break now.